Let me address another topic while I'm here today that is timely, which is the federal government's plan to quote-unquote cut taxes. I'll wait for the train to pass out of respect for the Long Island Railroad. But as you know, the federal government has come up with a tax cut plan, they call it. Except it's not a tax cut plan for Long Island at all. And in many ways, it's a scam. And I use that word advisedly. This is a plan, you know the expression, rob Peter to pay Paul. This is a plan that robs New York State to finance a tax cut for the rest of the country. In the quote-unquote tax cut plan, there's a little footnote. But that footnote is all the difference in the world to New Yorkers. The footnote is it would eliminate the deductibility of state and local taxes. Now, they're confusing words, so a lot of people just gloss over it. But that's all the difference in the world. What it's saying is, right now, you deduct your state and your local taxes from your federal income tax. And then you get taxed after the deduction. So, if you make $80,000 a year and you pay $10,000 in state and local taxes, you deduct that from the $80,000, and now you have $70,000, and you pay federal taxes based on your $70,000. This would eliminate the deductibility of the state and local. It's especially damning to Long Island because we have some of the highest property taxes in the United States here. And what they call a quote-unquote tax cut, in fact, about 2/3 of Long Islanders would pay on the average $4,500 more if the tax plan went through. $4,500 more because they're eliminating the deductibility of state and local taxes. On average, in Suffolk County, people pay on average $4,000 in state taxes, $9,000 in property taxes. So that's $13,000, which would be, in essence, added to your federal tax burden. Nassau, it's about $5,000 to the state, about $10,000 in property taxes. So it would add $15,000 to your taxable income. It is robbing from New York to finance the tax cut for the rest of the nation. And what makes it even more unfair and egregious is that the state of New York is the #1 donor state to the federal government. We pay taxes, and we get back $48 billion less than we pay to the federal government. So that the state that donates more money than any other state to the federal government is actually going to absorb the greatest increase from their quote-unquote tax cut plan. Now, this is like upside-down world, right? It's called the tax cut plan. It's really a tax increase for most New Yorkers. It takes the #1 donor state and actually hurts us and hurts our competitiveness because what it's doing is raising taxes in New York while it's lowering taxes in the other states. Which means from a business competition point of view, from a point of view of attracting people to live here, it actually has the federal government putting its thumb on the scale to help the rest of the country. It's a clear issue. It's black and white. And what I'm saying to all our federal representatives today, Democrats, Republicans, short, tall, liberal, conservative. I don't care what your party is. I don't care what your affiliation is. You were elected for one reason, which is to help the people of your district and help the people of the state of New York. And put the people before your own politics. And don't let this quote-unquote tax cut plan increase taxes in the state of New York.